Can I make a scooter handle better using 3 washers? I'm glad you asked. When you get on your scooter, does it sink straight away? When you put on your brakes, does it dive bomb and like bottom out, and then the steering feels heavy and you're not quite in control of it like you think you should be? It's probably just that they're set up really soft and you need a little bit of preload on the springs. Now, there's tons of videos on preload. I'm not going to go into it a lot, but basically preloading a spring doesn't make it stiffer. All it does is makes the working range of the suspension higher. So I'm pretty big, I'm pretty fat. When I get on this, and I've already lost probably a third, and then I'll put the brakes on and I use up most of the 2/3, and if I brake really hard, it just bottoms out and I have no suspension left to control the bike or turn or anything. So already played around once. I'll put some spacers in that are a little bit too high. It's time to put something a little bit, maybe 2/3 of that height, a little bit over half of what I had in there before, and it should be just about perfect because the roads around here are pretty bad. There's 2 big bumps on the street just as you come around a big sweep, but there's 2 big bumps that really upset the bike, and if you don't have a good fork set up, that's not a happy time. So let's rip in. First thing you want to do is obviously get access to the forks. On my bike, it's a TGB. There's 4 screws on the back, they're just self-tappers. And then there's 1 bolt at the top. No big deal. And behind there, you will find some wiring. There'll be 1D headlight. They'll all have, if your headlight's here, you'll have something like that. I'll just pop that aside. Some other wiring might be in the way, like this one. That's the voltage regulator. Just pop that up. Just shove that out of the way for now. And then at the top of the fork, you'll have a cap, some sort of screwed cap, and that puts pressure on the spring and holds everything together. It keeps oil in, and all we've got to do is just put the little spacer underneath that, which is going to make the fork act longer. Some people say stiffer, but it'll act longer, and so that the forks will be working in the part. I mean, they're very agricultural forks. The damping's very basic, so if we can at least keep it in the range where it's happy, then the scooter's going to handle better, and you get to embarrass proper bikes if you can, which is always heaps of fun. It's very handy if you have an ugga dugger. Even better if it's got a ball head hex on it, if that's what yours uses. And we're just going to rip that out like that. You see that? Easy. Easy, easy. And that will just come out. One, two, 3 washers on there. Back in the day, we used to use 5, 10 and 20 cent pieces to do the same job. And that was awesome. We've no idea where that went. Let's just grab another one. It's all going hub nut so far. Okay. Try again. And we will pop that in first. Just a little bit of load on there, and it will find its spot like that. And then just rinse and repeat. No, so that's both sides done. And look, so much happier. Just get a little bit of squash when I sit down, and I can brake extremely hard before that cracks itself. So that's ready to take for a spin, and if I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm not, I'll add or subtract more spaces. Heaps better. Ride like a Panigale. It's that easy, guys. Just get in, have a crack. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you dare. Please like. Share it with somebody with a floppy scooter. Cheers. Be good to your mum.